Hi everyone, John Zwart here at Home and Property Real Estate. You know, a question that I've been musing about lately is why do we do what we do in terms of our profession or vocation? Why is it that you may have decided to be an accountant, for example, or a plumber, a mechanic, a dairy farmer, or whatever it is that you do? And why do I do what I do? You know, on the one hand, there's probably many answers to that question. As many, perhaps, as there are people of whom it could be asked. We are all each individual, after all. We're each unique. We're each special. The mold was broken, as they say, when you were born, and there's no one else exactly like you or me. And so our motivations are also going to be personal. They're specific to each of us. But in other ways, there's also some common denominators, some common themes that run across the spectrum of people and vocations. It's these themes that I have been thinking about, and I actually find them quite fascinating because they speak to our collective human condition. They speak to what unites us as people, what makes us all part of the same human family. One theme, for example, is aptitude. We do what we do in part because we have a particular aptitude for that line of work. And of course, you know, each one of us derives joy or pleasure from honing our skill set to be in line with our aptitude. If we do something well, that's enjoyable. You may remember back in the early 90s, Michael Jordan, the great basketball player whom some have described as the best to ever play the game. He decided after winning 3 NBA championships to retire from his sport and take up another sport, baseball. He signed a contract with the Chicago White Sox and began playing for one of their minor league teams. Now, I'm not sure what was going on through his mind at the time, but I do recall imagining that maybe, just maybe, it would work out well for him. After all, he was a superb athlete. But you know, his foray into baseball didn't turn out nearly as well as he might have liked or as I might have thought it would. The fact that he was a great basketball player didn't simply translate into him being an excellent baseball player. So after about a year and a half or so, he went back to basketball. Why? His aptitude, his natural ability combined with his honing of a skill set seemed to be more appropriately aligned with basketball. It was in essence who he was and what he was meant to do. Now we may not think of ourselves as being like Michael Jordan, but in this way, we actually are. To the degree that we align ourselves in what we do with our natural abilities, with our natural aptitudes, and work at honing our skills accordingly, we too will do what we were called to do. I'd like to say more about aptitude and the other themes related to why we do what we do in future videos. But in the meantime, if you like what you see here, take a moment to register your approval by subscribing to our Facebook page or sharing a like or a comment below. And you know, if you're contemplating a real estate transaction now or in the near future, know that engaging the professional services of an experienced and highly skilled agent, one with aptitude, will be the first and best decision you can make, for it will set the foundation for good decision making throughout the process, through a process that may very well be your most significant financial life decision. Thank you for watching. We'll talk again soon.